Cruel Summer finally reaching number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 after an astounding 4 years, 1 month, 3 weeks. It's the 5th longest climb to number 1 in Billboard history. Cruel Summer finally did it, hitting number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100, an incredible feat that many did not think possible. Hey there, I'm Blake McCoy, big Swiftie, also a big Cruel Summer fan. And someone who, like a lot of you, was probably wondering why the hell wasn't Cruel Summer a number 1 single a long time ago?
Cruel Summer, that song was my pride and joy on that album.
Some more revelations from that Eras Tour speech coming up in just a minute. Producer Jack Antonoff, who produced the song, hearing them talk about it, it is even more perplexing why it was not the lead single.
Our favorite song from Mother! From 5 years ago. The song that we said was the best song, but we thought, oh, you know what, this will be our secret best song. That's what we thought.
We just wanted to say thank you so much for making Cruel Summer a Hot 100 number 1, and it's not even the summer anymore.
It really means the world.
It's
like
deep fall. I'm wearing a sweater.
It's deep fall.
We love you guys.
This is a milestone number 1 for Taylor. It is her 10th number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100. I have all 10 right there. That way, if you want to try guessing them before I play them for you at the end, that is all yours to do. I think the first one is kind of hard, only because it happened so much later than I would have expected for Taylor. So Taylor joins just an elite group here who has 10 or more number 1 singles on the Hot 100. There aren't many artists who have done this. I call them the one name club. It's the people that you know just by like their first name. You know exactly who we're talking about. The Beatles, Mariah, Rihanna, Michael, Drake, Madonna, The Supremes, Whitney, Janet, Stevie Wonder, and now Taylor Swift. That's the whole group right there with 10 or more number 1 singles on the Billboard Hot 100. Mariah holds the record for a solo artist with 19.
Back to the Billboard Hot 100 number 1 song, which you just performed, which is difficult to get. Not everybody has that. To their credit, to your credit, you did a great job.
Before we go into what went right in 2023, I think we need to talk about what the hell went wrong in 2019. Why was Cruel Summer not the lead single of Lover? Lucky for us, Taylor Swift was on the Eras Tour this summer when this song was having its resurgence and gave a little speech about it when she was in Pittsburgh.
To have conversations before the album comes out and everybody around weighs in on what they think should be singles. And I was finally about to have my favorite song become the single off of Lover. And I'm not trying to blame the global pandemic that we had, but that is something that happened that stopped Cruel Summer from ever being a single.
What Taylor does not really clarify there is why wasn't it a single instead of Me? Why did we choose Me? She's not going to go into that. She doesn't want to hurt Brendan Urie's feelings, and I'm sure whatever. Cruel Summer should have been the lead single, done. No, there's no reason why Me should have been the lead single. That was the mistake. But once that mistake was made, your second single kind of had to be You Need to Calm Down because you needed it out in June for Pride Month. It just made sense, the Pride anthem. So your third single is already going to be August. Is it a little late to promote a song called Cruel Summer? Maybe. That may have been the thinking. But she went with Lover. Do you remember she was shoving Lover down our throat, the single Lover, playing it constantly live everywhere. Not that it's not a good song. I mean, I don't think it didn't warrant, I think, all the attention that it got. I think Taylor had special attachment to the song because it's a love song and probably about the relationship that she was in. Taylor almost put Cruel Summer on the list of would've, could've, should've. There's a long list of woulda, coulda, shoulda's with Taylor Swift. Songs that woulda, coulda, shoulda been a lead single or a single at all and just never were. New Romantics comes to mind off the top of my head because that's my favorite Taylor Swift song of all time. It was a Target bonus track on 1989. What? All Too Well was never a single until Taylor's version was released later on, so she recognized that was a mistake. Getaway Car, I think, should have absolutely been a single off of Reputation. Let me know in the comment section what Taylor Swift song for you should have been a single but wasn't. I would love to know because I feel like everyone has at least one. Woulda, coulda, shoulda is one of them. How then did it make this resurgence in 2023? Because there's a lot of good songs out there that never get their second moment. Number 1, I think you have to just recognize the power of Swifties. When Swifties like something, when they want to do something, they make it happen. It's incredible. And I think the universal theme of summer, it comes around every year, I think also was in this song's favor because it brings it top of mind again every year. We're kind of seeing that happen with August now too. Every August it's kind of being brought up. All I Want for Christmas Is You, of course, is the most famous example of it. These kind of thematic songs tied to a month or a date or a holiday that get their moment every year. Cruel Summer benefited from that, for sure. Then, of course, we had the Eras Tour, So it was getting massive promotion on the Eras Tour by Taylor, rightfully putting it at the very top of the show, which gave it prominent placement and just massive promotion, because any clip that anyone was seeing of the Eras show was likely Cruel Summer, and that epic bridge and everyone singing along to it.
I'm drunk in the back of the car, and I cried like a baby coming home from the bar. I'm fine, but it wasn't true. I don't want to keep secrets just to keep you alone. Stuck in the dark. Every night that summer just to see my face. Oh, I'm straight for you, right for you. I love you, ain't that the worst thing you ever heard? He looks so pretty like a devil gets you.
Now that that's happening, the song ends up making its re-entrance onto the Billboard charts. This is amazing for a lot of reasons. It wasn't being played on the radio, so you're already losing that whole category. And the album Lover had come out 4 years ago, so you're not really getting a lot of sales either anymore. So this was completely driven by streaming, that it's able to make a resurgence onto the Hot 100 chart. That is really amazing, and I think that cannot be understated, how many streams you have to have going on to have that happen. The record company noticed, because they said, this is not, what the hell, this is not supposed to be happening. What is going on? And they decided to make it a single, which is when Taylor gave that speech in Pittsburgh. What that means, if you don't know, is they get promotional money thrown behind it. So the record company starts promoting it and pushing it to radio, namely. This song ended up being great, so of course, the radio listeners loved it, and it got a lot of airplay, which then gave it a big boost towards the end of the year. I mean, by the time it hit number 1, it was October. A song called Cruel Summer is still being played in October, and it's the number 2 song on radio in the country still in October. So that really helped boost one of those categories there. And then the other category, as it looked like Cruel Summer was having a chance at number 1, Taylor had in her back pocket the live tour version and a remix version, a dance remix, and released it the week before it looked like Cruel Summer was gonna have a shot at number 1. We got a huge surge in digital downloads and sales for that week, where they were kind of non-existent before, which was the final push over the finish line that we needed. And the sales, a sale of a song, like from a digital download, counts so much more than a stream of a song. So when you start getting sales numbers like that, they count exponentially more to help you out at the end. I'm not always a fan of official dance remixes, and I think this one is particularly excellent. So that is how we got our number 1 song in 2023. As we get ready to show you the 10 number 1s that Taylor now has, see if you can guess them all correctly. Don't forget to like the video, share it, and subscribe. And please let me know your one single or several that you think should have been singles but weren't. That could have made this list of number 1s if only Taylor had loved them more.
And I'll write your name. So take a look what you do. Look what you made me do. Look what you made me do. Look what you just made me do. Look what you just made me do. Felt like I was an old cardigan under someone's bed. I was a willow and it bent right to your wind. They count me out time and time in my head. You